Hi guys, and welcome to part 2 of my tutorial on making our own beginner horde base. We already have the base sort of outline up and running. This will do you for most of the game. What we're going to do now is going to show you how to make it a lot better, So this, once we're finished, will be an endgame horde base. I'm just going to run you through, basically just show you everything we made in part 1, just in case you didn't see. So we have some turrets here. You only need one of them, but 2 is just overkill. We have our triple beam here, so that they have to break through 3 sets of beams there before the horde will break through. Hasn't happened yet. We have this fence here that gives us the main defense, but we also have these vault doors here. You can put down the front vault door, which will activate this base here, so they'd have to break through 1 or 2 of these entrances before they can actually get to you. Now we also have this secondary set here, so that if they break through one of those first 2, you can activate these and still hold the point perfectly fine. We have a row of electric fences back here that will stun the zombies and knock them off as well, in addition to the hammers. And up top here, I'm just going to fly around and show you now, we also have a spinning trap on top of here. That's roughly above where you would be standing defending the base, and therefore all of the buzzards will come down and get hit by the blades and won't cause you any issues. So we're going to have a just sort of look over here, and we are going to start by looking at what we can do to improve it. So first on our list is going to be electric fences. So I am just about to show you. So obviously we have these at head height. We need to have them lower down. But first off, we need to automate things a little bit better. Separate things off, and then we can properly activate the base faster and also set it up going forwards. So what we're going to do here is I'll be taking out my electric tools and doing some rewiring, just so that we have more just so it's simpler and faster to access, and so we can have everything in sections if need be for further growth, or just so we have bits active and bits not. So first off, we have to break this wire here, which I've just done. And then we're going to install a switch. So we're going to grab our switch, and there we go. We're going to put it somewhere nice and easy to see. We're going to go up top here. Just place it there, boom. And then we are going to grab our wire clippers, wire our generator directly to that switch. And oh, that was a mistake. We're gonna we're dismantling the wire on the spinneroonie. Wire the switch directly to the spinneroonie. And we are going to wire the switch also directly to that outlet there. So what this will have in effect is, once that is on, these wires are all live. And now, even if you have the generator, we can leave it. Basically, what we can now is we can leave the generator on and just switch that switch to activate everything, which will turn on the basics of our defenses, which is nice, So I'm just about to test out in a second. Just wanted to make sure we've got everything lined up. But what we're going to do is also going to look at giving ourselves a second row and getting it lined up right. So what we're going to do here is the square in front of each of our fence posts. We're going to smash the square in front of them, like so. This will let us make a sunken tier, which will catch all of the crawling zombies. Again here, same, because I want them to be in alignment. Smashing the block right in front of it. And like I say, that'll let us, once we've set it up, make a sunken set of electric fences. So we have them all lined up nicely. We are going to wire this over to the other side here, just so we have. I like to spread my wires out a little bit, just in case something happens. So we still have like half the base still active. You know, never know. So we're just going to wire that up to there. Then we're going to wire this one up to over here. Now we're going to drop down here, and we're going to take a slab block next. What we're going to do is we're going to spread this. We're going to make sure that we have at least one either side of each of these. But I'm just going to build a line all the way across. That means that even if one of the supporting slabs is broken, it will still not fall through. So these will be safe as houses. The reason why using slabs rather than blocks is just in case we don't want to get any of the zombies getting caught on the blocks above their heads. Ideally, we don't want these taking damage. By using the slabs, the zombies can still move around freely, and therefore are less likely to do incidental damage to these slabs. So I'm going to do the same on this side, like so. There we go. We have them lined up just because I'm a bit OCD. And there we go. So I'm going to go back up top. I'm going to pull out our electric fence posts. And I'm just going to put one on the bottom of each of these. Like so. Same on this side. But here my game started getting a bit juddery. I'm not sure why that was. I've had to record the audio because the entire bit in this section got a bit scuffed. So that's why I'm not quite as in the moment as I would be normally. This audio is re-recorded. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire these fence posts up from this side, just so we have a bit of isolation from the other circuit, just in case something does happen to any of the relays, that we still have half of our fences still active. So I'm just going to wire all of these up. All the sunk ones at least anyway. And then we're going to start leading the wires from these ones around to the counterparts on the other side. For this one here, it's a little bit tight, so we have to hug the wall a bit here. But it does reach, I promise. There we go. I'm just going to keep on doing that from that side over to this side. Like so. One at a time. And like I say, what this will do is it will mean that any of the zombies will get hit by two sets of electricity, slow them down even more, and it will catch any of the crawling zombies. So now we're just going to give it a quick test. So we turn it on, boom, and I should get electrocuted here now, I believe. Just a test. Bzzz. There we go. Shocking. Just going to turn that off again. You can leave the generator on at this point. I just turn it off because the sound annoys me a little bit. And then, so as you can see, we've got double sets here of electric. So there ain't nothing getting through there anytime soon, you know. And the crawlers get hit by 4 waves of it as well. So at this point, we're pretty secure. But we're not done yet. We're not done. So now we're going to work on a little bit of automation here. It's going to require a little bit of renovation, getting everything lined up properly here. So I'm going to make a 2-wide hole here. And we're going to just, I'm going to float out the back here in a second. While I make some, basically we're going to make a little closet here, too high. Sorry, because I can't remember exactly what I did at this point, but yeah, I'm just going to make a closet here. So I'm just going to go and make a box around it, just for safety. Make sure nothing's going to spit on it, damage it up from the other side. I was leaving the recess there open. We are just going to box it in. As long as it's covered, it doesn't matter how you cover it. I was just I like to have things lined up for my own aesthetics. Later on, I would put some staircases in there just to sort of round it off the edges a bit, make it look a bit less angular. I'm going to build a block on the bottom there. And now I'm going to take a dart trap. Now I do remember having a bit of issues getting it lined up properly. So you'll watch me fumble around a little bit here, but you want the green arrow to be facing in that direction. Like so. Now we're going to put a switch here. I made a mistake here. I need to put a block there. I'll go back and do that in a second. Rather than having it hovering there, just a personal thing. I don't like having things hovering. It doesn't make any actual difference, but it just looks a bit nicer when things aren't hovering in midair, you know. I'm going to take a powered vault door here, rotate it around so that it's flush against the arrow slit with the hinges up top. There we go. I'll start wiring this up here, but I believe I changed my mind about that switch in a second there. Yeah. Here I am, thinking about it. Gonna change it. Break that block there. Get rid of the rubble. I'm going to put a regular block in there. Just makes it look a little bit nicer rather than having floating switches, you know. I'm going to go back, put our switch back on there. And now I'm going to do some wiring again. So first off, we're going to wire to our switch, like so. Then I'm going to wire to the door. Right, and then we're going to wire from the switch. Once it's open there, wire to the switch for the dart trap. It's currently live, but hasn't got any ammunition in. I'm going to change that now. Put 3 stacks of ammo in there, lock it, and I'll start shooting. We're then going to immediately switch the switch to deactivate it. That'll close the hatch, deactivate the arrow trap, protecting the arrow trap unless we're using it. And what that's going to do is basically, when zombies come towards us, we can activate that switch. We can stand out here, shoot, 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 shoot. Oh no, I need to reload. Oh, I need to repair my gun. Activate that. That's going to hold off the Horde at bay while you're doing necessary repairs, either to your gear, to yourself, you know, whatever you need to do. That's going to hold them off a little bit. It's not going to necessarily get you through an entire wave automatically, but it will certainly help, you know. And like I said, we're not using it. It shuts the vault door, which will keep that safe from being hit by spitters. Now, next we're going to work on our pit. One killing pit down here. Now, as you can see from previous testing, when I had the exploding zombies here, you can see some cracks on the ground. We're going to use that as a guideline for where I need to make my pit, basically. And so we end up going... We always go 5 down, just for the sake of argument. So we're going to go down 1. There we go, line myself up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then we're going to go... line myself up. So we're just going to, again, we're going down 5. We're going to go out, I think I go out 5 wide by 7. So count. So it's, 2 to each side. Yeah, that's 5 wide like I thought. How far back do I go? Go almost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm using the cracks as a guideline. 7, 8. I'm just using that. See if it's roughly in line with the window there. So it's 5 by 8. Spread that out up there so that we can skip me doing a lot of digging. So this part should go by fast, just as I'm digging out this area, making the pit. Like I say, I'm going to go 5 by 8. 5 deep means it's deep enough that things can't jump out easily. Takes them a little bit of time and gives you plenty of depth to keep them there for doing damage to the pit. So I like to dig out in a circle then mine my way down like you see here. In vanilla, this will take you a bit of time. I fully appreciate that. It is what it is. But yeah, that's mining for you, By this point, you probably mined a lot anyway, so you could probably do this while getting materials. But there we go. For simplicity's sake, I'll be using a wrench just to, as you see here. I'll put a layer of blocks at the bottom, but to just modify the sides rather than dig them out, I'll just be using a wrench just to change them. But you would dig them out and replace them with your block of choice. We line our sides here. Like I say, you would dig these out one at a time, replacing them. Just we have our metal box. Not metal, but the best material. This area is going to take the most damage, so you want to protect it. Now we're going to make some steps out first. So obviously we're making our cubic steps here. Again, I'll use my wrench here just for my own simplicity's sake. But obviously you would dig it out and then replace it with the appropriate box. And like I said, we're just going up step by step, reinforcing everything, because everything around here is going to take a lot of damage. This is going to be the area that takes the most of the damage from the hordes. We will be doubling it up for defense. We'll go into that in a second. We're doing the same on this side, so we want a bit of symmetry here. We're doing the exact same thing. Steel everywhere, Whatever is the best material you want, that's what you want down here. This is the bit that's going to take the damage. This bit and the pole is what you want. If you can upgrade anything, those are the 2 bits you should upgrade. Now, we're going to put some ladders in here because we want to, basically, a lot of horde basing is making sure that zombies can freely path towards where you want them to. If they can't path for whatever reason, that's when they'll start smashing stuff up. So we want to make sure they have plenty of exits. So we have the steps there, and just in case, we're going to have a set of 4 ladders here to make sure they have plenty of ways to get back out. I'm going to put 2 sets of ladders there and 2 on each side, 1 back from the steps, just to make sure that if anything does get broke, they can still get out. Now, next up, I'll be doing some armor plating on this. So I'll be using plates, both plates and plate corners, basically. So first off, we're going to take a basic plate, face it down, and put it on all of the central blocks, which is basically just going to double tier them up, So to break through any of these, they'll have to break through twice. This is going to help with any of the exploding zombies, because it's going to give you that extra layer of protection and make sure nothing gets permanently damaged, and you can just repair everything up for the next horde night. Like so. Then we're going to switch into our plated corners in a second, I believe. There we go. We're just going to use the plated corners on our staircases first and foremost. We'll be using them on the edges and corners of our down below as well, but we'll do that in a second. Like I say, we've got plated corners everywhere here, just so there's doubly safe. If you're going to do it, you might as well do it right. I'm going to take this all the way along. And just going to plate some corners. And then we're going to do the walls here as well. You don't really need to have it too high. I go 3 high just in case because of explosions, etc. I have to go 4 high because then I go overkill, I guess. Got the pieces, you might as well. Now we're not gonna block in these bits because even though it only makes them slightly thinner, we want to make sure that those zombies have that easy pathing. Anything that may confuse the eye, we just stay clear of. We want to shepherd them towards where we want them to be. We'll do the same on this wall. And the same on the third wall again in a second as well. Like I say, this is all just about making sure the pit is double tiered. The plates let you do that without adding much thickness. It's just that extra degree of protection, We talk about endgame Horde Knights, you have to be careful of the exploding zombies. So we've got plated plates and corner plates in the corners here. And this is just all adds an extra layer of protection, This is where I realised that I put too many plates in this corner, so I have to smash them. I was very tired when I did this video, so I made a few mistakes. And again, just more plates here, just in case of explosions. And there we go. Now I'm going to just add some little wedges onto here. I think they're called pole. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. It's on here somewhere. Pillar, that's it, pillar. We're going to rotate those around, just give us a little lip to our stairs, which later on I'll paint red just to make it look a bit nicer, really, Like I say, I was tired here, so I just put that in the wrong place, smash it immediately, spin it around one more. I'm going to put those on there just to get rid of that little angle bit there, round it off, makes it a little bit nicer. There's no practical reason for this, it's just aesthetics, really. Once it's painted, it'll look a lot nicer. Now, for the most part, we're done. What you can do is you can add more plates onto the sides here, just in case of exploding zombies up top. It adds extra defense. But we're really done here. I mean, this is about as defensive as you can get. I'm not sure you how to, because the point of that pit is we can now throw Molotovs down there. So I'm going to pull a Molotov out. I'm going to immediately use it wrong, because I always forget to light them. Throw it down. Then I get frustrated, try and shoot it. Makes no difference. I'm like, how do I blow up Molotovs? That's right, I have to click. Throw it down, boom. Any zombies down there, crispy fried, barbecue style. Now, what I'm going to do is do a little bit of a demonstration. So we're just going to make sure everything's prepped and ready. And then I'm going to go over here activate debug mode. Now I'm going to summon in 75 irradiated zombies. Now, because I want to go overkill, I'll be honest here. I went for 75. I think it was 75 irradiated lumberjacks, marlines, and moes, or nurses maybe. Well, sorry, 25 of each. So we're making a big horde here. This is a big, fully irradiated horde, as big as you're going to realistically get in the end game. Probably bigger than most end game hordes you'll never face at once. There we go. Now I'm just going to run back to my base, run inside, make sure everything's on, turn it on, and then they can't come close to me. 75 irradiated zombies, late game, full aggro AI, can't get to me. Now I could sit here and just idle really at this point if I wanted to. A few getting angry, but they're immediately getting repathing and going back up again into the grinder. Now they're starting to get halfway across here, but they're not going to get anywhere close. At this point I can pull out some Molotovs, set fire to some of them, start whittling them away. You can just pick them off at leisure at this point, really. Just gun them down. You've got a sniper rifle, you can use penetrator, line up your headshots. There's all going to be in a nice line there. But yeah, that's pretty much as good as you're going to get. There's very little that can get you through this. Spitting zombies, if you see them, you're going to have to take them out as quick as you can. Those are the only things that can cause you some issues. But everything's more or less defended from spitting zombies. They'll just cause you a bit of annoyance. So you best take them out quickly. But as I say, you can pull out a sniper rifle, line up headshot, take out 5 to 6 zombies at a time, I forgot to put the defense thing down there. If they did get across, that would have stopped them. But as you can see, they're not even getting to the second hammer. I forget to let them Molotov again, because I'm special. But yeah, like I say, they're not even getting halfway across here, and that's 75 radiant zombies. They can do nothing, really, at this point. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Like I say, appreciate it. And I might add some more to this horde base eventually, but for now it's finished. So good luck surviving. If you do choose to use this horde base, I'd love to hear from you. But like I say, if you get the parts to build it, this will last you for the entire game. You can build off expansions, wings off it, for your crafting and things. You can make them off to the side still, on standing up platforms. Nothing's ever going to bother you for the rest of the game here. So yeah, thank you very much, and have a good night. I'm just going to finish off this horde here. There are some crawling lumberjacks. They're getting caught by it as well. You just saw one there. So, the original setup, the crawlers could get underneath. That's not going to happen anymore. Clean up and call it a day. Thank you very much. I do appreciate you all, and have a fantastic day. Bye-bye now.